to another amazing episode with Faye. It has been a while. I missed you guys. Well, welcome to another episode with Faye. So today, you know what time it is? It is our Run Tuesdays. So I do apologize for not bringing you guys content. So after my release video of having to balance school activities and episode with Faye, I stated my agreement that I will be placing out content on every first Tuesdays on each month and every third Tuesdays of each month, which will have Run Tuesdays. And I did release a video for you guys on the first Tuesday in the month of May. I'm very sorry. A lot of things came up that could not be avoided. I had a lot of people chat me up and meet me on the street and be like, what's happening with episode with Faye? So after you've released the balance video, you're not posting anything. And I'm like, oh God, please hold up. We're bringing you guys something. So here we are. I am really sorry about that, and I promise it won't happen again. Well, today, you know what time it is. It is our Run Tuesday, and this is going to be different, very different. But before we dive into our topic for today, our sponsors are Simply Helen Mobile Photography and Videography. So for your pictures and videos, make sure you're visiting at Simply Helen Mobile Photography and Videography. Well, each pictures go for as low as 300 naira and a discount price for 7 selected pictures at Simply Helen Mobile Photography and Videography, where they're located in Jos and ready to travel for work. Well, you can also reach them at 09076921599 and get that perfect picture you need today. Today, the reason why I picked fact on excessive phone usage is because I would want us to dive into being productive and making use of opportunities that are made available to us and taking huge advantage of opportunities, and also looking out to opportunities and being open-minded to doing new stuffs that keeps you refreshed. So today we're going to be talking on facts on excessive phone usage. We know that we are the technological generation, but I do think that we all need a balanced control on our phone usage, because I feel like we're going overboard. Except the fact that phones have become an accepted part of our daily lives. And a lot of young people, they use too much. They do too much with their phones. They can't do without social media. They struggle with balance, and most people don't even see anything wrong with the fact that they can spend, let's say, out of 24 hours in a day, they spend 20 hours on social media. They see that as normal. My guy, that is not normal. That ain't normal in any way. So this is me ranting out to you. Using your phone too much is not normal. You have to go out there and do something productive. So I'm going to be reading you guys the facts on excessive phone usage. But then, what triggered this topic was what my lecturer said in class. So I'm going to say to you what my professor said to us in class. So now, what my professor said is, it's true, but it's funny in a way. Do you know what he was speaking about phones, that we young people can't do without our phones. We're always on our phones. Forgetting our phone is like somebody died. Like, that's how he compared it. Like, if you forget your phone, it's almost like you just lost someone. And do you know what he taxed that? Colonization of the phone. That in a way he meant that we're being colonized by phones. And then he calls it mental slavery. Like, it's mental slavery in the sense that you have to feed it. It's almost like you can't do without your phone. So every day your mind is already programmed that, see, You have to take your phone, you have to go online, you have to go on social media, you have to see what is trending, you have to go through a lot of videos, you have to keep feeding yourself with a lot of content, even the unnecessary content that your mind and body doesn't need. So he calls overusage of phone mental slavery. I would not say the overall usage of phone, but like the overusage of phone, he calls it mental slavery, and then the colonization of phones. That is, we being colonized by phones. So too much of phone usage it could be terrible. Well, now we'll go into the facts on excessive phone usage. So we go into our 7 facts on excessive phone usage, and I'll be telling you the end result of these 7 facts. So our number 1 fact here says 2.89% of undergraduates in a study experience phantom vibrations. For me, I think it is not just people in the university. I mean, we have regular people who make use of their phone very excessively. So phantom vibration is that false belief that your phone is ringing, whereas your phone is not ringing. Like, you just sit and then the next thing you're hearing your ringing tone, or you're hearing your phone vibrate, and then when you actually check your phone, there ain't no call, there is no vibration, there is nothing, there is no notification. I think a time where I was struggling with excessive phone usage, I used to hear my phone like ring out. It was like a disorder. I'm like, oh God, what is wrong with me? So secondly, it says a large percentage of individuals wake up at least once every night to check their phones. So through number 3, another large percentage of individuals can't spend 5 waking hours without going on social media. That is so damn true. That is damn true. That is it. It is not even a lie. Okay, check yourself. You know it's true. And then the 4th one says 69% of smartphone users check their devices within the 5 first minutes of waking up in the morning. The 5 first minutes, like you just wake up. I'm like, okay, you're getting the hang of the fact that you just woke up, and then the next thing you're picking your phones. And then the next one says most people can't live without their phone. This is not normal. You must know that this is a disorder, and it is called nomophobia, which is the fear of like losing your phone. And like when you're not with your phone, it's almost like, geez, what is happening to me? You're not stable. A lot of people use their phone to feel normal, to save themselves from panic attacks and all of that. That is a disorder. The next verse says 80% of people from the ages of 18 to 30 years old sleep with their phones right next to them. I am guilty. I will not. I am guilty, but this is not normal. It is also a disorder. That it is something that leads to a disorder, and it's called the separation anxiety. And then that when your phone is not next to you, you feel this anxiety, like, where's my phone? You just wake up, and then the night where your phone is not next to you, you're like, oh, where's my phone? I can't see my phone. It's a disorder. It can lead to a disorder. And then the final one here says most individuals cut themselves off from real life, and thus limit interaction with people and see the world through their phones rather than interact, and then they interact less. Well, the final result of all this fact I'll tell you is that this is, if you're guilty of all of this thing, it is called phone addiction. So excessive use of your phone is a disability. None of this fact I've mentioned is normal. There are all signs that show that you're addicted to your phone, and you need a balanced control. You need to cut down on over usage and or excessive use of your phone, because none of these is normal at all. So of course I wouldn't leave you guys without the effect. So number 1, excessive usage of your phone leads to unproductivity. It's almost like you spend hours on your phone. Like out of 24 hours, a lot of people can spend 22 hours on their phone, social media. I've seen people who consider their phones as their best friends. You don't do anything, you're struggling to find balance. But the balance you don't have is coming from the fact that you spend a lot of time on your phone rather than doing productive things. So excessive usage of your phone can make you do unproductive things or can make you less productive. And then two, it hinders your social life because you become less interactive. It's almost like everything you need is on your phone. That is not true. You need to meet people, you need to feel refreshed and do new things. It also leads to disorder, like we already saw from the fact. Nomophobia, which is a disorder, the fear of losing your phone. We have the separation anxiety, the fear of not being close to your phone. Excessive usage of phone can also lead to OCD and depression. And then scientists at the University of Horizon have seen phones that have over 100,000 bacteria. That's like phone that carry like bacteria on them. And according to them, bacteria on phone is 10 times more than your toilet seats. Okay, I find that weird, but the check here is, how often do you clean your phones? It's not beyond operating your phone because you take your phone everywhere to a lot of places. You need to be sure that you clean your phones, yes. So, the end point for today is, please, if you fall under any of these facts, make sure this end number, it's a phone addiction. You need to cut down on it. You need to create a balance. I've shown you the effect, the aftermath of all of it. It is not a good thing. So please do not take the fact that you're always on social media and you're shining your 32 teeth as something normal and then you're enjoying life. Times you're enjoying life in a way, please, you need to cut down on it. Too much of everything is bad. It's very unhealthy. Please do that and make sure you're doing productive things. Productive things. So the reason why I picked this, and I was saying this falls under the line of taking opportunities, being open and making moves on things that are made available to you. So I'm going to be giving a big shout out to Fidelity, also organized a very, very fun event whereby a lot of students came to showcase their talents, and then we were winning cash prizes, we're winning flags, we're taking home a lot of gifts, Jordan's pen, and I happen to be among the lucky winners. I won a power bank, I also won the bag and a jotter, and most to present my voiceover in front of a lot of people. So the part where making use of opportunities comes in, and setting your phone aside and going out there to make things work for yourself, is the fact that that program was slated for 3 days in University of Jos. And on the first day, I thought about, like, this is Fidelity Bank, I do voiceover, how about I just pitch myself in? And then when I did, I remember telling one of the managers, I'm like, I know you guys are like here, and I'm like here, but okay, this is me just trying out. And they're like, okay, we'll support you. And then eventually I was directed to someone. I know how many times I went there the first day, I was asked to come back the next day. I went there the second day, I was asked to come back the next day. And then on the last day when I went there, I was not really getting the answer I wanted. But then I prepared myself for no. And I was happy that at least I tried. It was better than just folding my arms and not doing anything. And I got encouraged. The person encouraged me while also telling me no, of which I appreciate. And what I wasn't expecting was when I went out to play Flip the Bottle. Yes, Flip the Bottle game. After playing and flipping, and eventually I got it, and I got the bag and jotter. What I wasn't expecting was an opportunity or a platform to showcase myself and what I do to a lot of people, which is, it was overwhelming. I wasn't expecting it, but I was shaky, but I'm sure I did well. So thank you at Fidelity Bank. I am very grateful. And I also came out again, and then I answered a question. I got their power bank. If you saw that power bank, don't you all think that an account with Fidelity Bank, or if you're looking for an extra bank account, please, Fidelity Bank is the right place to go to. So thank you so much at Fidelity Bank. Thank you for encouraging young minds like ours, giving us the platforms to showcase ourselves. I'm grateful. We had a lot of dancers, we had singers today. So thank you so much for tuning into today's episode with Faye. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. So we'll be bringing you more juicy stuff, more content, educative content that will blow your mind. And trust me, by God's grace, we'll be getting bigger sponsors, bigger sponsors. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Please make sure you're doing productive things today. Make sure you're also cutting, and make sure you're balancing your phone usage, because these disorders are quite real. So thank you so much for listening to today's episode with Faye, and please take note of the 7 facts and make sure you're working with them. I miss you guys, and I'm happy to be back on air. I hope you're also happy. Please do leave comments, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing to my YouTube channel, make sure you're telling people about episode with Faye. Tell them they're missing a lot of content, a lot of educative content that can make them be productive today and help them on their daily lives. So make sure you have an amazing day. Take care, you are.